With an Isery though, you feel me? Nah.
Nah.
We're gonna be checking. Nigga, but why I keep fucking up? Fucking bitch.
Hey yo, turn the bass up.
Man, what's good? Y'all tapping into Urban Moguls with B right here when we drop the Mo's Game Part 2 right here with my boy Kenzo.
What's up?
My boy Zoe. I call him Zoe, you feel me? Y'all gotta call him Kenzo, you feel me? I call him Zoe though, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? We locked in, tapped in. You feel me? But man, before we closed out Part 1, you was talking about the music. We led into the music and you was talking about how you was on some lovey-dovey shit with the poems and shit like that. I'm talking shit, right?
Nah,
he wasn't on no lovey-dovey shit, but he was on some poem shit like that, right? When did the music start coming about after the poems? Like, when did you start putting a beat behind what you were writing and saying? Or who like got you into boots?
So I would say I started writing lyrics like around 14, and then at 17 is when I started actually recording. And then after that,
17?
yeah.
Whole 3 years?
Yeah.
What were you doing within that 3-year gap?
Like it got to the point where I was even like selling verses to kids.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So you were
I was just writing so much. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just
So you were
wrote so much.
perfecting your whole craft and obviously helping other kids out with shit. What were you selling those verses for?
Like 20 bucks.
Oh, that's a hustle.
Yeah.
What,
25 bucks.
Let me get one. No, so you were writing verses for kids and stuff like that, and at 17 you started taking it serious?
Yeah. And that's when I just tried to start rapping. I never really thought I was gonna like take it that far, but I was onto something when I first started.
Yeah.
And I knew that because like right away, me and my boy, he's doing life right now, but me and my boy just like started opening up for Tech Nine and Ritz, and that shit was dope. Like I don't know, you gotta at least sound somewhat good to be able to land a spot like that. You know what I mean?
Out here,
it was in like the Sacramento area.
Oh, okay.
Santa Cruz too. We're kind of all over the place with it.
Yeah.
That was back when California Live was doing their shows and stuff. I don't know if you remember them.
No, not really. So you started taking music serious at 17. Do you remember, was it dropping singles or was it like little mixtapes that you were doing, or
both?
You know, how'd you start catching the buzz, or were you just posting it on MySpace or whatever? All
yeah, that too. Like I was always posting it on on my Facebook and MySpace and stuff, and then I remember coming out with my first CD called Fitted Caps and Snapbacks.
Fitted caps and snapbacks. That was when people were transitioning from fitteds to snapbacks.
Yeah.
During the Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller shit, right?
Yep. So I started hustling that shit out of my backpack, and honestly, people were really bumping my shit. Like it was trash back then.
What kind of style was it?
I was all over the place. I didn't know my sound yet.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so I didn't know. I just threw together this mixtape that was like all different kinds of beats and
different people on
it. Like I really wanted to make it an album because I own rights to everything. Yeah. But it was so all over the place. Like it didn't have like a single theme that I could really make it like a actual album. Yeah,
I mean at that age you don't really have
structure.
You don't really got the mind to think that deep into what you're trying to put out there. Who were you listening to? What kind of music were you listening to? Because obviously that's how you could tell who you were influenced by a little bit, and rapping kind of like.
Bone Thugs played a huge part in my music growing up, and a lot of Bay Area, Livewire, like
Jacka, Filthy.
Yeah, Jacka, Filthy, all that. Other than that Jerk Phase, I caught a little bit of that. You know what I mean?
Skinny jeans and everything.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, we all caught that at my age.
Yeah. So when it comes down to the music, obviously, 17 years old. Do you remember who you opened up for first, and where was it?
Ooh, who did I first open up for? Man, I think I first opened up for Tech 9.
Tech 9?
Yeah.
What was that like? Did you feel like you was like, you was him? You feel like you was him? You like, man, I just opened up for him, go to school.
Man, I was pretty stiff.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was pretty stiff. I went from like just like having confidence in my sound to like performing it in front of like a huge ass crowd. I didn't think that there was gonna be like 500 people there.
Yeah.
So when I first like I just remember coming out, my boy was like, hey, just like look above the people.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And I was just like rapping, looking above the people. But I never really like froze or anything like that. You know what I mean? I still did my thing. I could have done it so much better. Like
none of that B-Rabbit shit.
Yeah, no.
8 Mile shit.
But like looking back, I always look back at my performances and I think like, how can I, you know, how can I do better?
Do you film your performances?
Not intentionally.
I know one of my boys. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off. One of my boys, he shout out to Ant Dog the Beast, man. He actually would, for all the performances he would open up for people. He would video, you know, do all the video stuff for his shows, and he would watch them at the end of the night or the next day, and he would try to learn from them and try to be better for the next one.
Wow.
Did you do any stuff like that?
Yeah, but it was mainly like with clips.
Oh, okay.
I would look back at, or watch clips back and stuff, and if I noticed anything that I was doing that was kind of bothering me, you know what I mean? Like I'll do my best to like fix that, mix someone out. But like I did that every show.
Yeah. So I mean, it must have been hard, I would think, you know, as an artist, opening up for people, different kinds of artists. So it kind of like throws you off. Did that help you in some kind of sense, like with music, like making certain styles of music, and so that when you would open up for certain people, you'd be like, all right, well, I could do this kind of music since it's kind of their type of tempo, their kind of music, or?
Yeah.
That's a separate question. Go ahead.
Like in terms of like segregating my music.
Yeah.
Like with certain crowds. Yeah. Because I have a little bit of music for every fucking genre.
Yeah, nowadays.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Back at the time?
Well, yeah, back at the time too.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah, I always like had a little bit of everything. So maybe if you didn't like this song, I might have a song that you actually did like. You know what I mean? And they were all good. It was just a matter of what was your favorite genre of hip hop, because there's so many genres just within hip hop alone.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? So I always just try to be really versatile.
Yeah, I realized that a lot listening to your music before, you know, we linked up. You showing me your music, and man, let me tell y'all, man, he next up. I ain't gonna lie, he next up. So how did you find your lane? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, everybody, they don't really know themselves sometimes coming up as an artist, and, you know, they got to listen to other people so that they kind of sound like other people. But obviously you got your own sound, you know what you like and what you look for. How did you find that? How did you find you? Like,
people laugh at me when I say that I don't really listen to anybody else. I just listen to my own music. And I don't look at it as like full of myself, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's more so just like I have my own vision, and I don't want anything to influence that vision that's not me.
Yeah.
So I really just been, it started off as like I was like the weakest one in my group, right?
Yeah.
And that was mainly because I was just too well pronounced. I sounded too educated.
Got you.
And I always envied other people for like them having slang, you know what I mean? Like, like they had developed their slang at a younger age, I guess, you feel me? So I was over here like, damn, like, but really it just comes from lack of education also, you know what I mean? Yeah. A lot of it, like a lot of slang, like you see where it's derived from, and like the majority of people that use that slang, and like I don't know how to explain it, bro, but basically
well, explain it.
I pretty much just found my own sound with my pronunciation, you know what I mean, or my clear pronunciation, you know what I mean, and I kind of used it to my benefit.
Yeah. No, I mean, shit, it's working. It's working. You know, like I said, a lot of people don't know themselves, so they venture off to here and there, and you know, they don't really have a specific sound. You know, they just have shit that sounds good, and then sometimes shit doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
But you know, just hearing your shit and you showing me, you know, some stuff that you haven't put out is some bangers. I ain't gonna lie, motherfuckers slapping. You know what I mean? So I know you've collabed with a bunch of, I can't say a lot, but from what I know, you've collabed with some big artists such as like Casey Veggies, Master Kato 4K, Mike Sherm. How do you go about those artists? How do you reach out to them? And you know, was it easy? Did you have to DM them, reach out to the managers? What was it?
Both. I DM'd them and then I had to deal with managers too, but like I always came correct, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I never, like, especially.
If you know what he means. You came correct.
Yeah. It's a hustle, you feel me? And you're gonna be making money off of somebody's clout, so you gotta come up with some kind of dollar, you feel me? You can't expect nothing for free.
Yeah, fact.
And it's just on you to flip that, you know what I mean? Make that into a flip, and like, man, after you see how much, well, you ain't gonna get blessed with what I got blessed with, you know what I mean? But like, seeing how much people are paying for these features and like how they don't even do numbers, like, cause they didn't market themselves right.
Yeah.
And it's like, it was an investment for what? You didn't even make $1 off of it.
Exactly.
Like, so I really just, I invest too much money to like just let a track flop.
Facts.
Like, I gotta make sure that I could double up off of it.
A lot of people, you know, they'll get a good feature, but they don't know how to promote it, and so they think that they're just gonna pop off of his name, right?
Yeah. Like, I got D-Lo and CML on their first song together.
First song?
Yeah.
Damn. Like, you made that? You're like,
yeah,
you made
I made that happen. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it was on something like, I hit up CML. CML was like, get whoever you please. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because that nigga was just, he's at this phase right now, just like squashing all beef. You feel me? Like, him and Filthy put that shit past them. They hit 1 million views in a week. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the first track that they dropped. So then I hit up DML. I hit up D-Lo, and D-Lo was more so like, you know, I'd rather not, maybe.
Yeah.
And then I came with like a bag. You feel me? And I'm like, well, drop another. You feel me? K, whatever. And then bro was like, all right, it's good. And now once that shit drops, like, I'm gonna make a bag off of it.
Yeah. Man, as you can see, the bag ain't nothing to him, because, you know what I'm saying, you see the diamonds, man, they flash right now, you know what I'm saying? So you might want to put your shades on. But yeah, so you jump into the DMs, and you come appropriate to them. How do you pick and choose who you want to reach out to get on a feature? Is it just the sound, or is it like, you know, I just like listen to his music, so I want to try to get him on a verse or something like that? Or
half and half. Half of it is I gotta like your music.
Yeah.
If I don't like your music, I'm not even gonna try, because it's gonna be hard for me to even like get a song to throw your way. You know what I mean? But I carefully select these artists from like the areas that they're from and stuff. Yeah. So that when I do drop everything, like I'm gonna be buzzing around in different areas. Like, I even got another song with Peso Peso and Southside Hoodlum. Like, I got them. Texas, they're both from Texas. Yeah.
Oh, they're both.
No, they're both from Texas. Yeah.
Hoodlum. For some reason, oh no, that's other Peso. He's from LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yep. But yeah, Peso Peso. He's, I think, from Houston, and Southside Hoodlum's from San Antonio. So and if you looked at their comments, like, for the longest time, they're like, when are they gonna get on a collab? When are they gonna get in a collab? I got them on their first song together.
My guy.
You feel me? A bunch of power plays.
You're him.
Yeah.
You're him.
Took that trip all the way down there. You feel me?
Bridging these gaps.
Bruh, and then on top of that, like, I had their fucking videographer come out and do it. Ace the Shooter, shout out Ace the Shooter. That nigga fucking came through, did his thing for the videos. So like, I had all their people there. You know what I mean?
And so you build these connections since you're meeting up with these people to shoot, obviously, the videos, which that's a real good benefit to, I mean, every artist, if they're watching this video, take note that when you get someone on a track, you might as well do the video. That way you could create some kind of friendship, some kind of, you know, bond, whatever you want to call it, bridge, so that you might get jugged next time. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like, oh, send me your verse and we'll put it together and that's it.
If they see how you living, they see how you grinding, they can respect your shit. You know what I mean? Like, and you don't throw them a weak ass track, bro. It might just be a one-time fee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you can either, if you're a no-name artist, you gotta get ready to either spend a bag on promotion of your song, or in production or something. You gotta blow a bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would much rather.
Invest into yourself.
Yeah, I would much rather like pay for a connection, because half the time they're gonna like the song, they're just gonna fuck with me.
Half of the time, that means you confident.
Yeah.
You confident. He's like, yeah, half of the time they fucking with me.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a reason why I get responses too. You know what I mean? Like they look at my page, they peep my shit.
Right.
They're not gonna just do a song with a weak ass artist and backtrack like that.
Yeah, I believe it, man. I believe it just from hearing shit. So who do you plan on, or who do you want to work with in the near future? Big name, little names, Bay Area wise, SoCal. I mean, all across the nation. Who do you want to really collab with? And you know,
Sauce Walka.
Sauce Walka.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Our energy.
Energy.
Yeah. We could both get loud on the track.
Yeah, I can see that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And like he knows how to switch it up too, and I'm a very versatile artist. Preferably, bro. Like I'd like to get picked up. I had to.
Yeah. Do you want to? You're independent right now.
Yep.
You want to get signed to anybody? Do you have any visions?
I'd have to like their music too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like their music, and then they'd have to have a solid plan.
Right.
I'm not gonna just like sign something.
Well, like, I mean, not just. I'm not talking about like artists. I'm talking like an actual like label, like Empire or.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, Empire is more of like a distribution
yeah.
deal. So I would definitely do a deal with Empire. You know what I mean? Because you could still definitely keep doing your own thing and not have to worry about like signing to a label and like getting your shit controlled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're just there for whatever you need.
Yeah, whatever you put out, bro, they're gonna help you push it. Yeah, exactly. But they're gonna take their chunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which is more than, you know, like reasonable.
Exactly. That promotion, man. That promotion. Yeah. Just having that name behind it just is big. Where do you want to take your career to? What kind of heights are you trying to reach for?
Shit, I'm trying to see how far I can take this. I'll go all the way with it.
You're just going like as you go, or is it like I got a plan? I want to go.
No, I got a solid plan. I'm giving them what they want to hear right now. Yeah. It's not even what I want to do no more.
Yeah.
I'm just playing along with the game. And then once I get that certain amount of influence on the public, then I'll be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna like flop like. I'm not gonna say no artist names, but like, there's an artist from the 209, you know what I mean? Like they had that spotlight, you feel me? And they didn't continue rocking with it, and they couldn't, I don't know, or maybe like they thought that they popped off for the wrong reason. They like got weird on the track, you feel me? Like and it turned into something that you couldn't really even bump no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No doubt. I mean, you go to LA a lot. Just to shift gears real quick. You go to LA a lot. Do you feel like you have to go to LA to you know, create a buzz or continue with the buzz, or
no? You
can stay out here comfortably and just.
I thought that I had to go out somewhere. I thought that I had to just step out from where I'm, you know, from, and like try to pop off somewhere else. And even though there's a lot more resources out there, you could, if you're really that good, you could do it from where you're from.
Right.
And that was one thing that I like had to learn, because that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, no doubt. I've always wondered that. You know, a lot of people say they want to be some kind of artist, or they want some kind of picture painted, but they end up going to where all the competition is at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you know, if you want to be the best, whatever. But at the same time, it's like, if it's working for you where you're at, why not, you know, keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah, like,
you know, it makes people come to you.
Like, I'm pretty much starting a movement now. It started as like a fan base, but now it's just like people are supporting it so much. Like they just want to participate, you know, any way that they can. And like I was really nervous about throwing my first event, right? And I brought Neff DeFaro over here to Leia's to do a music video. I made flyers for that event and everything. I put it in every smoke shop. They were all gone by Wednesday. I put them in there like on Monday. You know what I mean? And they actually like reached maximum capacity at that little ass bar that we were filming at. and they said like that was like one of their most popping nights ever that they've ever sold. You know what I mean? So it was kind of cool to be able to have the power to like hold a night like that. You know what I mean? Like especially in a little ass town like Tracy. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. I mean, shit, you the face of Tracy right now. You about to blow up, and you doing it already. You living the dream already. You know what I'm
Trying
saying?
to, bro.
So for the people who don't know you, I know a lot of people do. Where can they find your music at? Where can they find you at?
Right here, just type in KXNZO music. That's my handle on Snapchat, Instagram, SoundCloud, everything. I'm starting my YouTube channel up. We're gonna start releasing all these videos on a couple large platforms like Say Cheese and Thizzler, but I'm gonna start like uploading just the audio, video, or like even like lyrics on my page, and then you guys can like follow that link and click on that. You feel me?
For the people who might have not seen it, because it might be blinding them, it's KXNZO.
You feel me?
KXNZO. Man, well look, bro, I appreciate you giving me some of your time so we could just have this conversation and shine some light. But for everybody who's watching, who's been tapped in, take a screenshot of me. Tag me in that. But anyways, I appreciate everybody who's always staying tapped in with me. Y'all tapping in to another episode of Urban Moguls with B. Right here we drop the most game, as usual. It ain't nothing new. Come on now. We gone.
Hey, yo.